Hi, I'm Marlon, and this is MV Pittman Cross Sim Racing. This is the Velocitas Imperium RSR wheel. Today we're going to talk about encoders, which turn and push. This is a clone of the real Porsche wheel, and it has 4 encoders, color-coded, and on my wheel I put them in the wrong position, so if you don't like that, too bad. I'll fix them. The encoders are really nice, and you can generate functionality in 2 directions with the turning and an additional input with the push. There's another wheel, just like that one. It is called the GTE Pro version 3 from Pokornyi Engineering, and I have that wheel with me as well. Part of it. This is very similar, but again, we're here to talk about encoders. You can turn them, you can push them. However, on the Velocitas wheel, you can get functionality from that push. On this wheel, you can get functionality from that push only if you wire the encoder to generate that signal to a certain place on the board. So this is the board from the Pokornyi Engineering GTE Pro version 3. So the 4 encoders at the top have inputs right here. You get to wire something that looks like this from the knob to a 3-pin connector that goes into the board. And that's how the signal from left and right turning works there. So once you do that, your encoder works. But you are only using half of the functionality of the encoder. The encoder also has 2 pins here that usually are not connected. And those 2 buttons, when you close the circuit, you get a button press. And that is actually how the shifters work. There's a switch here. When you press it, there's a lever, closes the electric loop, and you get a signal that says on. And then when you let it go, it says off. So the way to, I guess, maximize your potential with these encoders would be to wire both sides up, and then you would get an input. However, this board only has enough positions for 4 encoders, 2 clutches, and 4 of the shifters. But one of the best things about DIY, and this wheel in particular, are that you don't have to configure it in any specific way. Shifters can be really expensive. The aluminum housing, the electronics, the paddle, all the screws and the time to put them on. Actually, version 2 of this wheel didn't even have top shifters available. So the extra functionality on that board would have been able to be used by pushes on this if you were to wire that extra set of pins to, say, a extra position on your board. So if you get version 3, but you decide, those extra shifters are extra expensive, you can just wire the functionality from 2 of these push buttons directly to the place where those extra shifters would have gone. So that's just a tip for you. The plan is to compare that GTE wheel with the RSR wheel from Velocitas Imperium. So stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.